Sports coach.
So funny.
I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
One might love his Switch more than his girlfriend.
Man, I hope she's not listening to this. Please.
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, we're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Jon's Gamers Lounge.
All right. Welcome to Ahman's Greetings Gamer Lounge Halloween edition. We got two killers in the house today. We got John Wick to my left right there. And then I am Jason. I jacked Kylo for his lightsaber so I could chop people's heads off and be clean about it. No blood anywhere. No blood spatter. No evidence left. What is going on? That's what I'm doing. What's up, chat? What's up, Denai? Big B in the house. How everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. I know we're doing well. Having fun on the Gamers Lounge today. You hear that? You hear that? It does this.
Nice.
Woo! Jason Wren, Big B. I like it. I like it. All right, I gotta put it down. I gotta do the show. What's up, John?
What's going on, Ahman?
Mr. Wick, how you doing?
I took a screenshot. This has got to go on social media.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Awesome. That is awesome. Oh man. So yeah, we've been. So it's Halloween, man. It's October. You know what I've been doing, and a lot of people, and some of my greenies know. You know, it's Halloween. I do my October horror movie month. I've been going well. I say last night was the only time I will admit I didn't get to post in because we did a home gating party for the Packer game, and that Packer game was like a horror movie. You didn't know how the movie was going to end, or the game was going to end, and people were getting headshots, getting hit hard, heads chopped off, you know, figuratively in the football game. So we had that, but I've been enjoying my. If you watch, I know you follow me on social media, John, so you see all the posts of the horror movies, and I'm getting somewhat good at TikTok, so I could put I just know how to put the music in the TikTok.
Okay.
To get a creepy song going on in that, and so the it wasn't last night, but the night before last. I love it, John.
I'm taking screenshots. Sorry. Keep
All right.
going.
Oh, that's that's what you doing. So last night, you know, like I said, so we did the home game last night. So the night before, I went to the theater, and I got a nice collection of horror movies, right? And I picked up one of George R. Romero's, you know, so he's a famous horror movie director and writer, and he's done Dawn of the Dead. He does anything with dead in it. He's directed or wrote it. Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, one of the Night of the Walking Deads. And he has probably, if you go on IMDb, he probably has 12 movies with the word dead in it. So what we got? Oh, then Big B says Ross Douglas the Savage. Razul. Hey, Walking Disaster. How you doing? What's up? And so I'll pick up. So I have this movie from George, and I'm thinking, okay, it's Romero. You know, he's a classic horror film director. I don't know what I did to buy this movie back in the day. I think it came out in like 19. 19. No, not 19. Wow, 19. No, 2000, like early 2000s. And
recording in progress.
I just started it.
Okay.
But I was recording it on my YouTube too. So it came out like early 2000s. And so I put this movie in. It was Diary of the Dead. I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna pick out a good horror movie or zombie movie tonight. I haven't really watched a zombie movie during October Horror Month yet. So I put the movie in the DVD player, hit play, and I'm like 10 minutes in, I'm like totally disappointed because it's a IRL of a guy with a video camera, and he's with a group of friends, and it's like the first stages of a zombie apocalypse outbreak, basically, where police are called to a domestic dispute where the boyfriend shot the girlfriend and shot the son, but then wherever they were at, they were already infected. Like, even though so when they died, they were already already infected because they came, as they're on one of the bodies of the girlfriend's body is on the gurney, and then she starts twitching, and starts moving, and so it's him videotaping from his camcorder, as they just show you how old this movie is, and that's it, and I'm like, in this document, it's the dialogue talking of the guy holding the camera, and it's scenes. So you'd be mad at, like, say if this was us, you definitely would be mad at me, or you would be mad at a friend that is videotaping you getting eaten by a zombie and doing nothing about it. He's like this, Bobby, oh my God, he's dying, Bobby. And you can see his hand come in the frame. I'm like, dude, put the camera down. Help your friend from getting his brains chewed out by the zombie. And I'm sitting there like, what am I watching? But I'm a true horror fan, so I sat there and watched the whole movie from start to finish. But it was like, come on. I was like, how are you just gonna let your friend? And he got several people killed because he's holding the camera and he's doing nothing. He's like, I gotta record this for history. When people find this camera, maybe we'll be dead, but at least they'll find this camera and they'll know our story. That's what he's saying the whole time. His girlfriend is like having a fit with him, like, no, dude, help us, basically. Put the camera down, stop doing this stuff, and help us. It was. I was like, okay, I usually don't pick bad movies. I give everybody else, from my friends, sometimes a hard time when they pick a bad movie. I picked the bad one a couple days ago. I was like, oh man, this is not good. This is not good. So that was my last few days. Last night was a fun night, but rough night. We had to clean the house and all that. So, what about you, John? What you got cracking? John Wick.
By the way, that's hilarious. Like, I gotta film this. I gotta document this. Like, well, he's
getting his arm. He's getting his neck chewed
Bobby's
in.
dying.
Yeah. Getting his neck chewed in.
I was in your old stomping grounds, Lincoln, Nebraska, this week with Wisconsin volleyball. Drove by the football stadium, sent you a pic.
Yep, I saw that. Yep, I knew that place.
I like Lincoln. They support their teams, man. They support their sports teams.
Yes,
it's really cool.
Yeah, Packer fans. Crazy.
Yeah, they sell out their volleyball arena. 8,000 people show up.
No surprise. See, they were still good since my days. That's how long the volleyball team has been good. So at least somebody's still doing their job.
They've been good. You go look at the band. They've been good for 40 years.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But we were talking about that video game, Axie Infinity, right?
Yes. Yep.
So I got on one of my crypto apps. Can't see my phone because of the virtual background.
Right.
And I purchased some Axie Infinity crypto.
Nice.
So I was like, you know what? We talked about this on the show. I'm gonna go purchase some Axie Infinity. I'll check it right now. It's probably, I don't know really how to use this app, but I was pretty pumped because I'm buying crypto because it's something we talked about. Ooh, looks like I'm up.
Oh, you're up.
It's up 16%, baby.
Nice. I think we're gonna have to talk and educate me more, and then I get my first purchase in. So what was it? What was the dollar? What was the dollar amount you spent on your?
I didn't even buy a whole Axie Infinity coin.
Right.
I bought 0.2.
And what's that worth? What's that worth in dollars? If that.
That was $20. I bought $20 worth. I just put $20 in because I was like, you know what? I'll buy a little bit of this.
And that's
to
safe.
See what it's up to 20. It's up to $29. So,
win.
Had I put more in, I could have had more money.
That's a win. All right, yeah, I gotta get in that game too. So we got in the Twitch chat, Big B says all his names here: Jason Wren, Darth Jason, and Ross Douglas the Savage. That's a good one right there. And then he also adds in here, just thinking Jason versus John Wick would be a good PPV fight. Yes, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make it happen somehow on Twitch or TikTok. We can edit some videos together of us fighting, because the TikTok
Ahman,
creators are creative. What's up?
that's a great idea. You know what we should do? You know how the Paul brothers fight and they make all these millions of dollars.
Yeah.
We should have every Halloween pay-per-view have real boxers in Halloween costumes, but have like Jason versus whatever. Like the draw isn't the name of the boxer. The draw is John Wick versus whatever.
Right.
But they're real fighters, so they can actually hit.
True. And we probably have to get us some licensing taken care of first.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about all the licensing with
like
that.
especially Jason and John Wick. I would love. That's a great idea. But yeah, the first thing that popped in my head is like, dang, we got to talk to.
No, you call him John. You call him like a generic name of John.
There you go.
Wick.
We get it. Yeah, we go around the loophole. So I wouldn't be Jason. I'd be Kaysen.
Kaysen. I'd be Don Swick.
And there you go, Don Swick. I'll be Kaysen Norhees.
That's how we get around it.
That's how we get around it. And Big B, yes, Mario Party Superstars comes out today for sure. What's up, Eeyore? He's in the house. And then Deny, thank you for the 4-month sub in a row. Tier 1. Appreciate you. All right, we're going to get this party started here. So let's go to... I was working on a guest, but he's on the East Coast, and it's super early. I didn't know. I hadn't heard back from him, so I might hear back from him. And he is a Dragon Ball Z gamer. His name is Legendary something. Darn it. I can't remember. Hey, it's early in the morning, man. And right now, I don't have no brains because Jason, as long as he's lived, I don't have no brains because I've been shot in the head. I've been blown up with a stick of dynamite. I've been almost chopped in half a few times. So, my recovery right now is not good. All right, let's go head over to quick hit news bites in the house. So I found a really good one. So we've been talking about Activision Blizzard, going through their thing out in California, the lawsuit of all the employees, going now. The last week's thing was basically the lawyers trying to drag it along, and then go into arbitration for every person that made a claim. So now the CEO, Bob, Kotick, so he takes a pay cut. So this is actually his second pay cut in reading an article that waives the arbitration to staff letter. So the arbitration is the part of a case when you have a claim where the plaintiff or the victim has to explain to the judge or the lawyers why they are where they are. And so basically, this is the tough part for the victim. They got to go back in time and basically tell the story all over again. So he is saying no to that as the CEO. He's saying, I don't want to, basically by doing that, he's saying in another sense that, he don't want to put his employees through that conversation again. And which is a great thing for them, for those employees. And Bobby having that foresight to do that. And obviously he probably sit there and talked with some, cohorts, other leaders around the business, but not to put his employees through that again. And then also his second pay cut. So he was making before his first pay cut, he was making around $1.7 million annually as the CEO of Activision Blizzard. His first pay cut cut that in half, basically like roughly $800,000. And now he said to the California board commission, for Better Business Bureau, that type of commission, and the work commission as well, he said, cut me down again to whatever the bare minimum that somebody can make in California. And that bare minimum, so what is it? Can't think of it. Like I said, no brains. That amount is $62,500 a year. So he went from 1.7, almost 1.8, 800,000 now to 62,000. And the reason why he's doing that though is for a great, it's a great thing. I say yes, definitely a great thing. Is he basically told the other board members of Activision Blizzard, I want another pay cut because then we could build out programs and initiatives to make sure we don't get to this problem again. So we're gonna have seminars, classes, Title IX education, sexual harassment, and seminars from the HR department, and just better opportunities for men and women, of color, LGBTQ within the company, and all of that. So they basically creating other programs to educate their employees, so they understand and have the awareness and have the empathy of everybody in the office, basically, and so they can be basically well-rounded adults. In other words, so I definitely love the fact that he's like, you know what, I'm running this show, so I'm gonna do this to say to everybody, this is my effort into changing the culture, this frat culture that we had here at Activision Blizzard so far. So this is one good little, I say, highlight in this storm of emotion and things going on out there in Activision Blizzard. So what you got on that, John?
That's pretty crazy to go from 1 point whatever million to $62,000 a year. I'm surprised that this is the first time I've seen a story where a CEO of a company, usually when something like this happens, the CEO of the company is gone. You know what I mean? Like, it happened on your watch, and then you're out and somebody else takes over. So this is an approach that I wonder if we'll see more from different, whether it's in the video game industry or in other industry, where the CEO says, okay, I'll take 62,000. I just want to stay with the company. We're going to make these changes. And I think that's, I've never seen that before. And that to me is really, really interesting part of that story there.
No, it is. I mean, I didn't see this when the NFL made their changes. Roger Goodell, come on now. You know what he makes it per year?
Do you know what he's made over the last 2 years? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know before he got it, before he was, we knew what he was making. It was undisclosed. He didn't have to tell nobody. But then last year, with 2020 coming through, he was making around 36 million a year, close to that.
Here's the headline. Let me give you the headline. Can we talk about Roger Goodell? Here, go to news. I'm on the Google. Report: Roger Goodell was paid nearly $128 million over 2 years.
2 years, okay. So about 50, around 50.
What?
Yes. So
that's insane.
So, bro, if he gets a pay cut, it'll be a lot of big changes in the NFL, which they are changing. They're doing a lot. You see the stadiums, all football fields, all say, it's going to take all of us, and in racism. And they doing the commercials about mental health, so they're on that track. So like I said, my hat off to Bob Kotick out in California and Activision, trying to, basically not trying to, but taking the first step, and being a leader, owning up, and I say influencing change in his company, because obviously they're a big company, they're very influential. I mean, a lot of us play Call of Duty. A lot of us play the games they make. So to have that, they saw, I subtly saw what streamers did. I myself did not play the game for a while. And so that was our way to basically, do our protests as gamers. So I appreciate everybody that did that. And, out there in the Twitch world. I say to the Twitch chat, we got Big B says, now hear me out. Oh, he's going back to the costume comment, our costume stuff going on. He said, now hear me out. The costume for the person who killed Sarah is the scariest. So that's you, John. That's you, John Wick, over there. Good morning, the kid 87. How you doing? And yeah, deny the recovery after this bender this weekend is the real recovery. That's what he's talking about here. And then Notorious Afro is up and early, and she says, look at the scary dudes. Yes, we're some scary dudes. And the scariness at Activision is getting better, so is moving on from what we've learned from last year. So, John, what do you got for us?
Okay, so all right. So if you have, there we go.
It worked. Okay, because on my end it was saying something else. So we got it. You got
all
it.
right.
So tell us this story, man. I want to hear about this.
So if you have little kids, or I'm thinking a little beyond kids, like pets or whatever. A buddy of mine, when we play Rocket League, he's always complaining like, my kid chewed on my AirPods, or my dog chewed on my controller. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, there's a solution to that, Jesse. Put it up high. But anyway, this is still a thing for other people, right? So there's a company out there right now. Let me get the name. Baby Glitch is making chewable controllers. Now, you can't use these controllers, which I was kind of disappointed. Like, why don't you just make chewable controllers you can use so the kids can? But it's kind of doing get your kids introduced to
gaming,
video games.
Right.
And they make small scale replicas of Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox controllers. So then you can kind of be like, hey, listen, if you're going to chew on the controller, here's your special controller, Jimmy, or Johnny. And then they chew on the controller. And I think they should do that for dogs too, or whatever. And it's just kind of a way to like get your kids from stop chewing on your controllers.
Well, these definitely they're referring to little kids, like just yes. Walking. They talking about just walking kids. Cause I believe like obviously kids above 5, they know that is not a cookie,
right?
Or what is it? A Starburst or what have you. Well, any kid under 5 should not be eating Star Wars. This for disclosure as a new parent, because you will have that kid bouncing off the walls because of all the sugar. But this is definitely innovative. I like it. It's fun.
If you scroll down on that story, there's a little video you could play too.
Okay. Well, I can't on this one, but I will.
Oh, okay.
I have the link, so I could always go back in the Google Drive, check it out. But that's sweet. And they're starting with controllers, so they're gonna be eventually stepping the game up. No, it's gonna be consoles. It's gonna be like cartridges. Oh, the old school Nintendo cartridges.
Yes.
It's gonna be like
they make an N64 one too that you can give to your kid.
There you go. Here you go. Hit that. Here, eat this Sega Genesis. There you go. You don't know what I'm talking about, but devour that. There you go. That's what's going on next. And then Big B says, my dog ate my homework. So your homework looked like a chew toy. That's probably why, Big B. It looked like a biscuit. One of them biscuits that you give your pets when you're training them to sit and not use the bathroom in the house. But I think that's cool. What's the name of the company again?
It is Baby Glitch.
That's a great
Controllers
name.
made for kids. Yes.
Great tagline. Controllers made for kids. Literally made for kids to eat. They need to add to eat. Not only to game, but to eat. They need to add that. I'm helping them with their marketing. There you go. That's just free marketing information right there for Baby Glitch. I like it. And it says, Big B says, Ahman, don't be chewing on my controller. I'm not gonna chew on no controllers. I'm Jason. I'm Jason Wren. Here we go. I'm gonna chop that controller in half.
I love that saber. That lightsaber's sweet.
Yeah, this is legit. Oh man.
Imagine if they had those.
It just dropped. But it's okay. It's okay. It's good.
Imagine if they had those kind of cool lightsabers. If I had that as a kid, I'd be using that thing all the time.
Oh man. If I had, I didn't get no lightsabers till I was grown. Mom and Dad was like not in the lightsaber game. They did give me G.I. Joes and Transformers, a few Star Wars action figures, but none of the swords I don't think I had any toy guns. My friends had them. I didn't have no toy guns, no knives or nothing like that at the house. I think my mom and dad were they were being smart, because I was always getting into stuff as a kid. I was doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing. Why you think I got this mask on right now? I'm not all there. I think y'all figured that out by now. Over to, well, everybody else can hear this. John, you won't be able to hear this, but we're headed over to, you know what?
This. Or that.
Just hang it up. What's up?
Right. Straight from the mind of Ahman Green. This or that. Halloween party or scary movie. So that means like you want to go to a Halloween party or watch a scary movie?
Yep. Which I do both. I've done both.
No. It's easy, Ahman. You want to go to a Halloween party. Halloween parties are the best because everybody's dressed up.
True. We've had one. We had a few here at the house, and it's fun. And I wore this mask. It's not the first time I wore it. This obviously shows this is not the first time I wore this mask. So what? So you were your Halloween party all day?
I think that would be Halloween parties are fun, man, because then not only is everybody dressed up, but then you kind of, at least I would,
Right.
when you start having a couple drinks in you and you start acting like John Wick, even more so.
True.
And it's like adult playtime.
'Cause
That sounded bad.
There
by
you
the
go.
way.
Oh, yeah, that's true and true. It sounded bad, and you get to play out. Because when I the first time I wore this mask, I didn't have Kylo Ren. I had a Kylo Ren's lightsaber. I had a machete, and so that machete had blood all over it. So yeah, I was walking around like I was hacking up everybody at the Halloween party. So Halloween party for John. For Big B, he goes scary movie, and Pooch. Hey, what's up, Pooch in the house? Scary movie as well. Pooch gang. It's Battle of the Sexes. It's Friday night, so that's going down over on Pooch gang channel, the Pooch 3255. And Denai says party for him, Halloween party. And I've done both, so I'm kind of, and it's both things I love to do because I love watching scary movies, as everybody knows if you follow me on socials. And Halloween parties, I would say for me, I like to dress up, but I would say I'd rather be out getting the candy. Even though there's food at the Halloween party, those days as a kid, trick-or-treating at the doors, getting the bag full of candy, coming home, and just devouring. As I got older, though, I got smarter, so I didn't get belly aches. So I'm about to say, this is a tough one. This is a tough one, because I love this month. It's everything about Halloween and horror movies I enjoy. But you know what? I'm starting to enjoy the company of my friends, so I'm going to go Halloween party as well. There we go. And let me see here. Big B says he was Clay Matthews one year for Halloween, and but he looked more like AJ Hawk because they both have the long hair at the time.
Yeah.
Like AJ Hawk totally cut his off. You don't even recognize him. He looks normal. It's like now he doesn't look like a rock band like Brody right now. But he was a cool dude. AJ was so cool. He was real chill, but a solid guy, solid player for the team. And nice. Did you wear the jerseys, Big B, and the shoulder pads and the helmet? Question. I want to ask that question right there. So Eeyore goes Halloween party, birthday party with the scary movie and a band. Dang. That house is crowded, Eeyore. Just so you know. And you better hope you got a good power link so you don't lose power, because the band is going to need that, and speakers and all that other stuff in there. So, all right, next item.
All right, skeletons
You like my
or
skeleton?
zombies.
You like my skeleton?
Okay,
on the
before
skateboard
we get to, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. All right, skeletons, or if I remember what I was going to say, I had a point about Halloween parties. Oh no, here it is.
Okay.
Oh, he Big B went as Clay Matthews and/or AJ Hawk or whatever.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people. You saw Aaron Rodgers get like that late hit on Aaron Rodgers last night.
Yeah.
He gets smashed, and his helmet comes up on
gets-
his face basically, and there's that hilarious picture of him like on his side, and the chin strap is on his nose.
Yeah.
And people are saying like that's the new Halloween costume for people in Wisconsin this
Oh,
year.
for real?
Yeah.
Stuff
Put
travels
Aaron
so
Rodgers jersey
fast.
on, put your helmet up, and you're Rodgers. All right, skeletons or zombies?
Yes. And it was funny when I was doing the zombie lookup for pictures. It's actually, they had it almost like categorized zombies now. It's like zombies should be just zombies, but they had apocalyptic zombies, and I don't know the difference. So what's apocalyptic zombies to zombie outbreak? What's the difference? Is there a difference?
I don't.
They're both dead.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, because if one, if you just think about it, if one zombie gets out, that could be the end of the whole world. If you don't get to that zombie quick, because that's gonna multiply and there'll be more zombies.
Right. It was just interesting to see that when I was looking up for the pictures. It was two types of zombies. I'm like, this is hilarious. So Notorious Afro says zombies because the skeletons on Game of Thrones are the worst. True. That is true. The skeletons are real. They bring it. And then Big B says Matthews t-shirt, shoulder pads were broad. Oh no, shoulders were broad enough where it looked like I was wearing shoulder pads. All his shoulders were broad enough. He was yoked, basically. He was.
This is a tough one. I mean, in what context are we talking, skeletons or zombies? Like
being scared, or let me see, being scared, or what do you like to deal with?
Because that skeleton you got there, he's riding a skateboard. He's got a pumpkin on his head.
He's having fun.
Chill.
He's like Tony Hawk right there. That's Tony Hawk skeleton. One day.
I mean, are we afraid of?
Oh, you got that?
Meditating skeleton.
I say if the skeletons are like that, I'm rolling with skeletons. We got ER also says zombies are slightly stronger than skeletons in Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, didn't know that. I haven't played enough Dungeons and Dragons to know that. Just seen the movies. So okay, thank you ER with that. Zombie. Oh, Big B says zombie. What's in your head? What's in your head? I get it. That's like what's that, Aflac? Or no, what's the one? What's in your wallet commercial? That's what that is.
Oh. Whatever that one is, yeah.
What's in your wallet? But he's saying zombie. What's in your head? Ah, nice, Big B. I love it. We can make some commercials in here. We got the greenies working. We got me and John. We got John Wick and Jason working. We doing it. And it's cranberry. The blood is. And Notorious Afro says the blood is cranberry sauce. Oh no, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm reading this wrong. It's a cranberry song. Oh, shaking my head. Oh,
what's in your head?
Oh, see, I don't know the Cranberries. I didn't know that. Notorious Afro.
Zombie. Okay, I get it now.
I didn't know that. Okay, see, John knew that. I didn't know that. Okay, I'm way off. I thought it was
what's in your head?
I thought it was a bank commercial. Oh man, so yeah, just for that, I'm gonna go with skeletons because I don't have no brains. They eat brains. That means they smarter than people right now. But so I'm gonna go. And Jason is sort of a zombie when you think about it. He's a zombie because he doesn't die. He just has the brains to he knows to track people down and how to use blunt objects. But he's still a zombie. There you go. So sorry about that. I totally you can tell I have no brains right now.
The zombies got you.
The zombies got to me. All right, next item up.
Next, this or that. Trick or treating or handing out candy. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go. I already know. I understand how fun it is trick or treat, but when you're an adult and you get to see all the kids come by, especially the little guys and girls in their little dresses and princesses and superheroes, handing out candy is the best. I'm gonna go hand out candy.
Nice. Oh man, like I said, I as a kid, I definitely had fun trick or treating. But as an adult, handing out candy, I'm with you, John. It is super fun to see all the fun kids coming out. I say a few times, the year I wore Jason, and then I was Master Chief one year, and I scared the kids. The kids were they were totally freaked out. He told the kid already almost fell off our front porch. He was trying to get out of there. I was like, man. I said, no. I took off the mask. It's okay. It's a human under here. You're good. It's a smile under the mask. And he calmed down and he came back up. I put the candy in his bag. I say I got the story real quick. When I was in Houston for the 2 years I was in Houston, and so one Halloween I was on IR. So I can't remember if it was 07 or 08, and me and my wife, I think we were going to the movies, and when we finally went to the movies, it was right at, in some neighborhoods they do a Halloween curfew, a trick-or-treat curfew, you got so much time to trick-or-treat for now. And so we were leaving the house to go to this movie, I think it was obviously a horror movie, and it was an hour and a half left of trick-or-treating time. So me being a good Samaritan, I was like, you know what, I don't want the kids to miss out on candy. So we got our candy and we put it in a basket and we put it on the front porch. So I gave a lot of trust to the trick-or-treaters in our neighborhood, all right? I gave a lot of trust. We come back, not only is the candy gone, the basket is gone. There's they took the basket too? I'm like, wow.
That's disrespectful.
They straight took our basket along with it. Oh, we were like, hold up.
You know what? I bet you Ahman Green gives out some. I bet you give out some really good candy too, right?
Oh yeah, I don't mess around. I was a trick or treater. Trick or treater. So every now and then in my neighborhood, when I got the big Snickers, the big Butterfingers, Kit Kat, the full size, I was like, I'm coming back next year. So I was like, when it's my turn as an adult, I'm going to Costco, I'm going to Sam's Club, make it happen. They gonna remember this house right here. This is our house. So I do the big candy bars.
See, those kids aren't forward thinking, man. Those kids, by taking the prize, the big return right now, they're not thinking that next year you're not going to put out another,
right, they're gonna
thing
miss
full
out.
of candy. Because
Yep.
it's just going to get taken away. So they're not thinking like long-term success there, that they could have candy every year.
Exactly. Gotta think ahead.
Hey, I got to plug in my laptop.
Okay, and Big B says,
I'll be right back.
RB, see you in a minute. So Big B says, zombie, what's in your wallet? That's the Capital One. It's the Capital One commercial. There it is. And then Atomic Cino, what's up, man? Good morning. He says, Jason was supposed to be a deadite in the Freddy versus Jason versus Ash movie, but that never happened. Oh. And then Ash is from Army of the Dead, I believe. And then it says, Big B says, yeah, we used to put a bowl of candy outside, and the one person would bump the whole bowl in their, would dump the whole bowl in their bag. Yes, that is just not true. That's not kosher for being a trick-or-treater here. All right, not kosher. Big B said he had a big bowl. Somebody would dump it all in their one bag. So Big B knows that too. So all right, next item on the list here, fun stuff, not scary stuff, fun stuff.
Corn maze or hayride?
And
Dang.
And then for little information, doing the editing, putting in pictures, looking up corn maze pictures. All the corn maze pictures look worse than the haunted house pictures. It was like they had Freddy, they had Chucky chasing people through the cornfield in the pictures. I was like, so it took me forever to find this corn maze picture of happy kids having fun, because that's what my corn maze experience. Well, you know what? I haven't really done a corn maze, but what I've been told, it's more fun, family oriented, not getting chased by Pennywise, okay, or Jason or Michael Myers.
You go to like a pumpkin farm or an apple orchard, and there's a corn maze, and the kids are out there, and the families. You don't have Jason chasing you.
They had full-on Pennywise with a chainsaw chasing kids. I was like, oh man, that's cold.
Imagine.
That is cold. Hey, somebody, as long as they like, I've been to haunted houses. My thing about a haunted house is, well, not my thing, but it's the rule, you can't be touched. And some do though. I heard of haunted houses that actually get physical,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like, you get physical with me, and I'm like this, it's gonna get real. We about to get it. I'm like, you push me? What's up? I'm pushing you right back, bro. Hey, you see this? I'm in another world. I'm not who I am under the mask. I'm the guy in the mask. There you go. Boom. Boom.
Mon's gonna pick up that blitzer if you push him. He's gonna pick up the blitz.
Hey, yeah, blitz. It's just reflexes, reflexes.
I'm gonna go with corn. I'm gonna go with corn maze. By the way.
Okay.
Corn
Gotcha.
maze.
I'm gonna go. I remember doing a hayride with my kids when they were little, when we were having good family, good old fun. I'm gonna go hayride. That was when we was actually here in the Green Bay area, and it was cool. It was a nice, chill October afternoon, and once we did the hayride, it was like they took us to like one of their barns that they converted into like an arts and craft area, so you could do little Halloween artsy crafty things, and they had candy for the kids, and you could dunk. They did the dunking apple game in the barrel in the water. So it was fun little stuff. So it was like perfect, out of a movie, not somebody getting chased down by somebody with a hacksaw. So
Yeah. All right. Next, this or that.
next this or that. Let me get to the screen here. All right. I like this one here.
Scary costume or funny costume?
Hey,
That's a great one.
That's a great one. When I saw that, I said, that's it right there. That's funny. I said, that's funny right there. I remember one time we tried to dress Apollo, our bigger English, the darker one. Mm-hmm. Actually, not we. I'll take that. Correct that. My wife, she decided to dress him up as a Mufasa from Lion King. So it had the lion mane, and we have a picture. If I find this picture, I'm gonna post it tonight I'm gonna post it before Halloween gets here, and so between now and Sunday, and I already knew right away. I saw his face as she was trying to put him on. He was like, "What are you doing, bruh?" You know, if he could talk, if a dog could talk, he was like, "Bruh, Mom, what are you doing? I don't want that. Get away, get away." He was like giving a shoe away from her, and then when we finally got it on him. He just laid in his bed and was like, "Why'd you let her do this to me, Ahman? Come on, I thought you loved me." He was so mad. You could tell. If he could talk, he would have been saying some foul words. So it's like, don't torture your dog by trying to dress him in a costume. They don't like it. They do not like it.
I wouldn't think they would.
No, but I'm gonna go. Even though I was talking funny, I'm gonna go scary because for me, that's kind of what Halloween is about. That's why I'm like this. Now, Pennywise, I think I'll scare too many people because a lot of people in my family already hate clowns, and this is one of the main ones they hate. But I would do this one just to spite them, just to have me a little Halloween fun. So scary costume for me.
This is I want to go scary, but I think overall I would probably lean toward funny costumes because you can be like really timely with something that's happening in pop culture or whatever. Like last year people could be Tiger King or you know what I mean? And these are like funny costumes. So I think you have way more options with a funny costume.
You do. So you got it. Nice funny costume. So Big B says funny costume. And then my man, he popped new. We got a new person in the chat. Pimpin' the Crib says, Ahman Green, what do you think of the game last night? I said it earlier. It was a heck of a game. It was like watching a horror movie. You didn't know what was going to happen until you got to the end. It was seeing all these murders happen, people dying, people getting hurt, and craziness going on. So it was like watching a horror movie. So it was a great game. Atomic Cino says, I'm more scary costume person. Seems to better fit the holiday. There it is.
Yeah,
scary costume. True. Very true. Very true. You
got a great point.
Yeah, I used to be the bad uncle. This is the only time I was a bad uncle. I used to scare my nieces and nephews to death on Halloween. I would come out of a closet with a vampire mask and like, ah! I was the bad uncle for like a month. So after that, I was great. All right, next one, guys. Next items.
All right. Pumpkin seeds or pumpkin pie? Easy layup question for me. Pumpkin pie all day long.
Yep, I'm pumpkin pie as well. I figured that one, but I just had to throw it in there because I know like the pumpkin seeds. Remember we were talking, Drew when we first met. He was like pumpkin seeds are great for a man's bladder or something. Like it's like a good health thing. Okay. He said something like that. I'm just saying. So I was going.
No,
yeah. I was like, I'm going the health route there. That's all. But no, I'm with you. Pumpkin pie, especially with this whipped cream on top or some French vanilla ice cream on it. Boom. This sets it off. French vanilla and the whipped cream. After you come from a scary haunted house or a horror movie. Oh, we had somebody in Twitch chat chime in. Oh, nobody in the Twitch chat. Oh no, it says seeds for me. Oh, pumpkin seeds for Atomic Cino. He says I don't like pumpkin pie as much as I did as a kid. Oh, there you go. They are good for you. Weird. They are good for you, Atomic Cino. There you go. And the last just this or that. Ugh, this or that.
Apparently they're good for your
body.
Or something. All right, Ahman, you can handle this one.
Yeah.
Dead Space or Fear?
Dead Space or Fear. And so both obviously horror games, RPG. Fear. I played all three. They made 3 of these. Actually, they made 4. I didn't realize it till I searched up the pictures. But they actually made 4 of these, maybe 5. But I played 3 of them for sure. It was 1, 2, and 3. And they're all Fear 1, Fear 2, Fear 3. And that is a pretty deep and like spooky game. And Dead Space is like more gory. The monsters come at you, they're like creatures that have been infected. They're not zombies. It's like they're an alien species that infected the human body. So sort of zombies, but then the beasts that you got to fight, they got these like razor arms. Their hands are like razors that basically can impale you at any instant. But you get cool. You get like a buzzsaw. You got like a splitter gun that shoots like it shoots shards of lasers that basically cuts things in half, and you can modify the gun. So you got some good weapons. So that's the good thing about Dead Space. It doesn't. You be like if it was a real something really happened, you wouldn't be too scared because like you got heavy duty weapons. You got weapons that could cause damage. But in Fear, you got it's a girl that has been tortured or somewhere, or the mom gave birth to basically the Antichrist. Her name is Alma or something like that, and she has power. You know, she's paranormal. She's a ghost, so she could do you in anytime. So you're trying to fight her with a gun. I don't know how that's working, but in the game it works somehow. You don't have powers yourself, if I remember, but you have to fight her. So it's kind of hard fighting a demon with weapons, with guns and grenades, but it works. You know, they made it work. They made it happen where you could come out on top. But it's made 3 of them, just like a horror movie. They made 3, 4 of them, 5 of them, so it never really comes to an end. But I say Sporting. Oh, they both are good games. It's a hard pick for me, but oh man, you got to come back on to me. You got to come back on me. I don't know. This is a tough one because I played both of them. I love both of them. I can't do this. We got Big B says Dead Space. Oh, Big B and Atomics, both says Dead Space. Dead Space. Even though I gave you a quick summation, John, what's your pick?
I don't know. That Fear sounds pretty like.
Pretty intense.
If I had to choose one, I think the Fear series. The Fear is what I would choose.
Yeah, I believe it's the older of the two. They both came out on 360, but I think Fear came out first on 360. God, this is tough for me, but I play both. It's not. It's like having kids. You gotta love them all. I love them all, but I'm gonna go with Fear. I still love Dead Space, but I'm gonna go with Fear as well, John. Fear, it's a good one. It's spooky because it's the paranormal side of the game. And of course, what I would do, I would enhance my experience by turning off the lights in the house, day or night, but especially I try to play it at night, so I got the full experience. I'm gonna get creeped out. That's what I want to do, and that's what I did. Creep myself out. All right, now we're headed over to. I know everybody else will hear this. Game releases.
Release the games. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
Releases. I like the little doggy at the end. So here is the list of the games. We got Guardians of the Galaxy. Hey, I was so excited to hear when they made the announcement a while ago. Now I was like, because I just picked up our Marvel's Avengers and I like that obviously because it's funny how they we were talking about when we were doing if we do a commercial I would be Kason Voorhees or you're gonna be Nick Wick or something or Nick Vick. You changed the name, so they're slightly, that's the characters, but they don't look like the characters from the Marvel movies. Like Chris Pratt, Star-Lord is not. It favors him, but it's not him. And Drax, which is David Bautista, it favors him, but so they at least you kind of know. But I'm glad they have this game out. It looks like a fun game, definitely. Is it? Yeah, it comes out with today. No, it came out earlier this week. So, yeah, I'm getting a hard copy, though. I'm not going to go download on this. I got to have the disc.
That's you, though. You're a hard copy guy.
I got to have the hard copy here. So,
yeah.
I love the game. So, I hope you – and it's RPG, so got to have the story there. So, just run the video. No, you can start talking about yours. I'll start running – or I'll run my video first. Let's do that here.
Okay, I want to see your video first.
Yeah, the video right here. So, you can see, like I was mentioning a second ago, how – So it's Idios Machidor. They do all the big search. So it's just like the movie. They're on the ship coming in, but you see the faces. They can't copyright exactly Chris Pratt's face, David Bautista's face. What's the Zoe Zalanda? Gamora. But they got a good storyline. Star-Lord there with his mom, and they're doing the same things, defending the galaxy, but. In the preview I watched, I didn't see no other Avengers other than their group there, and some new villains or new people in the. I was like, who's that? Don't know who that is. Go Mr. Goldman face. He got crazy things on his nugget there, but it looks like the same setup. They're traveling the galaxy doing their things, and they got the new addition of the little doggy here, a golden retriever in a spacesuit. I dig it.
Oh, that's got to come to the movies, man.
Right. It's like, and Marvel, we already know they're doing that stuff, making that connection from movies to video games to TV shows. So hopefully they keep the continuity going through the games.
Oh my gosh, if they start bringing a dog into the Marvel series, like making cameos through all these different ones and stuff.
Right, who would be the dog though? Like, where did he come from? That's all I want to know. What series was that? What's his name? Yeah, but the graphics look great, and it's like just coming off of Marvel Avengers, and it's a lot of little fights and things you got to do in there. So if it's set up the same way, it's like that game is almost never ending because there's new DLC that's getting updated in Avengers. So similar, I believe Guardians of the Galaxy would be this. I would assume be the same with it being from the same company, in the same storyline of Avengers because they're Avengers. Guardians of the Galaxy are Avengers. And we have Atomic Xeno says Cosmo the Space Dog was already in the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Really? I'm going to have to go back and watch that. Thank you, Atomic Xeno, for that little fact. Didn't know that. It said he was in the Collector's Collection. Oh! The Collector was Del Toro. Remember the guy who he had the white hair and the crazy makeup on his lip, and he had all the cases where had Howard the Duck in there, John? Remember?
Oh.
So he was in one of those. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I do remember. He barked when they flashed. Like, it was a quick, shot of him, and he barked. I remember that at Atomic Xeno. Thanks for the reminder there. So now let's get to John's game here.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's okay. I remember the Space Dog scene there.
Here we go.
There you go.
You know I'm a big Nintendo fan, Nintendo Switch fan.
Same here too.
And
yes, indeed.
For $60, you can now get Mario Party Superstars, as we can see on the footage here. If you're watching this on Twitch every week, if you're listening, too bad. But it's a Superstar collection of classic Nintendo 64 game boards. It's basically they're taking the best from the 20-year plus history of mini games and best boards and putting them all in this one
Tetris.
game from Mario Party.
Yeah, that was Tetris. Nice. Oh.
And so look at this. So the look away. What I found interesting, I was just kind of looking at this game on different sites and what people are saying about it. Washington Post talked about in the original Mario Party, certain mini games required players to quickly rotate their control stick, and they soon discovered that the best strategy, I didn't know this, was to rotate the stick with their palms. Did you know this?
No. I played a little bit of the other Mario Party game, but no, I did not know that.
Yeah, and so the problem is, the Washington Post writes, is that it led to players developing blisters on their palms and eventually lawsuits. So now for this one, yes. And some of these mini games are back that you can rotate it, I guess, with your palm. And Nintendo is now offering a warning message urging players not to rotate with their palms to protect people from injuring themselves when playing some of these mini games. I had no idea.
Man, come on. Why are you suing Nintendo for that? As a gamer, that's going to be part of the job is getting blisters on your fingers, man. Come on. With that,
trying to avoid those
it's like
lawsuits,
the old ball or Centipede. Remember the Centipede cabinet that had the ball on it? That's what kind of clicks in my head when you say that. I never got a blister.
Never got a blister.
That means you don't put that work in if you don't have the calluses on. That's how you put that. Come on, man.
They say it also could lead to damaging your controller.
Okay.
But I have Mario Party downstairs, and I bought it because I just want to get my daughter into gaming a little bit, and hey, look, let's go play little games. It's fun, and it actually is kind of fun. So Mario Party Superstar Collection, Mario Party Superstars. I don't know. I already have a Mario Party. I think this looks awesome, and maybe it would be because you have all the best of the mini games or whatever. But have you played Mario Party at all?
When we got it, we played it continuously for a long time, to be honest. And then now, obviously, since school started up, esports for me haven't really got on it. But I say once the holidays are coming up, we'll have time off. We definitely I like to get to it because it's just fun and quick in and out games. But I would say recently
that's what it is.
I'd say recently no, we haven't played a whole lot of it. But yeah, I would really what I would do, I would probably look at the list of games in that game to see
if it's, I'll really let it brainstorm to see if it's worth purchasing it, since I already have the other Mario Party. Because the other Mario Party is really fun, has different fun mini games everywhere. They're the masters of mini games. That's one thing Switch is. Excuse me here. So JFK 305, what's up, man? He gave me got another sub for 8 months. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm good. Hope you're good. And he says the palm rotation was so useful in the fight night when healing up never got a blister. So in Fight Night, it was an EA boxing game, John, and in the early 2000s, actually they had it on Entourage. They had like a couple episodes where Johnny was playing in a Fight Night Celebrity League. Yeah.
Yep.
And so yeah, see, no blisters, People suing because of blisters, really? Come on. I played in the league for 12 years. I could sue somebody. Okay, there's somebody that does some malpractice on some things. All right, and you gonna sue for a blister? I wish I could sue for a blister. Man,
you sue the Packers, just like, I got some blisters playing football, guys.
Right? No, it wouldn't be the Packers. It'd be the Texans.
Okay, the Texans. Okay.
It was a hot mess down there. Woo-wee. I'll tell that story one day on the podcast. So 2 dogs and a guy says, gotta go through it. He says nothing like battling out back in the day with your buddies, even struggling through the blisters. LOL. That's what 2 dogs and a guy says. He said Nintendo 64 Mario Party mini games always came with blisters. Really? Nice. I mean, I know what was it? The Olympics one. It was the one where you had to, on Nintendo, I turned my Nintendo controller like sideways and then go like that, either with my index finger or with my thumb. Now, I got blisters. Never once did I think about writing a letter to Nintendo when I was 8 years old saying, I'm suing, I got a blister, I can't function no more, I can't live my life as an 8-year-old no more, so I'm suing for bodily damage. Never. Come on, gamers. You got bigger things you can sue. You got other people you can sue. Don't sue Nintendo for some blisters. Come on. We got Buke says, I hear the story any day. I hear that story. Oh, the story, yeah. That's a fun little trip, the 2 years I was down. And that could be a movie, a mini documentary movie on Netflix. And then Tommy Sino says, if people have been breaking their fingers playing Mario Party, I could understand the lawsuit. Oh, yeah, I say breaking. If you break a bone, okay, that hurts. Not a blister, though. And then JFK, he's laughing. He's LMFAO, Texans, still hot mess. I heard the majority. I heard majority, but I don't get it. You had Andre Johnson, and why wasn't that they're a success? Right, Andre, probably one of the best wide receivers in NFL history. Great guy too, great teammate. So yeah, it was interesting. We'll say that for another podcast. And then 2 dogs and a guy says always got it on the middle of the palm. That's where he got his blisters. And Buke says I was so happy when we saved Cobb from the Texans. Oh, Randall, he's talking about Randall Cobb is now back a Packer. 2 touchdowns last night, by the way, in the game, in the win over the now defeated Arizona Cardinals. Defeated. All right, now we're headed to what's on stream, John?
Row your boat gently up the... sorry. Excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
Woo! So we got a movie, and we got a TV show. And that TV show, John, I'm with you on that. That is an awesome show.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna bring up a good, even though it's not a horror movie, but let's say you could break the monotony of watching some horror flicks by watching a good sci-fi, most, I say popular, talked about book of all time, Doom. So if you have HBO Max and you got the all-star cast, if you can see, it's Jason Momoa. So you got Aquaman. Then you have I can't think of her name, but she's in Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man movies. She's Peter Parker's girlfriend, and she's also in a TV show called Euphoria. And then you have Thanos right there. You have a good cast. You have the best, probably. If this is basically an all-star team of actors here, all A-list actors, and Doom is that futuristic. You have 2 cultures, 2 species of humans, and it's all about the spice. So the spice on the planet gives you these Jedi-like powers where you can make people do things, you can move real fast, and so they're fighting to control the spice. So the spice is like the currency in this world. And quote me if I'm wrong. I know people in the chat have pretty much read the book or seen the movies from, because they remade one. They made the first one I was aware of when I was a kid was the one they made in the 80s, John, and Twitch chat. And then they made another one in the late 90s, early 2000s. That was it was okay. Not much talked about it. But now this one, you know, big people behind it in terms of the actors, directors, the writers. So this one, I mean, to be it coming back out, and it just looks, it has, I say, from a visual point of view of a movie, the visual things you see, the artwork, the design, the camera angles, the things that would make directors and writers and I say cameramen and women win an Oscar. You know, they're gonna win an Oscar for this one. It's a visually beautiful movie, as you see when you see those commercials and they have the remarks from somebody, a critic. It's visually beautiful. That's what Doom is. So you want to get out of watching Zalanda. Thank you, Cowboy Natty? Appreciate you there. And yes, Bukes, I'm ready for Halo Infinite. So that is my What's on Stream recommendation. Check it out, HBO Max. All right, John, what you got?
By the way, I do want to see Dune, so I'm excited.
So here, actually, we got the preview. I forgot.
Oh. Yeah, let's take a look.
Get out of the. Oh, that's yours. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's mine.
Somehow yours popped up first. So this is John's. You could go.
Okay, yeah. So on Netflix, we're on season. What is it now? Season 3 of You. Yeah. On Netflix, it's described as a psychological thriller, romantic comedy. Is what
it is. That
says.
Yes, it is.
But we find our two main characters, Joe and Love, Joe Goldberg.
She's crazy
and his
too.
now wife, Love, and they've moved to the suburbs, but the murder and everything else still follows them, and they get themselves in some more trouble. And it's basically old school. If you've ever watched You, this guy Joe, he's obsessed with women, and he kind of like stalks them. Yeah, and he stalked Love, and then they got married. And I don't want to ruin season 2 if you haven't seen season 2, but and so I'm not done with this season yet. I don't know if you finished this season.
I haven't. But we watched episode 1, so and they've been doing other, all the Halloween stuff, but I gotta finish it. Yes.
Yeah, it's. I didn't know what to think about the You series, but man, it's entertaining. It really is. The wife and I sit down and watch an episode or 2 every night, and we're trying to slowly work our way through that because we've watched the first 2 seasons. So definitely recommend You on Netflix. It's got some, psychological thrilling moments, I guess, since it is a psychological thriller. But I definitely liked You. I liked this season too. I didn't know what I was going to think when season 2 ended and they're like moving to the suburbs.
Right.
But this is, man, they still got this. There's some corny parts, in my opinion, in the series, but overall I like it.
Right. They're made for each other. They're both crazy. He found the perfect wife. His crazy. So he sits there and daydreams and talks to himself about how either he's going to have sex with a woman or kill somebody. He's similar to Dexter. He's almost like Dexter's brother. Dexter, when I just think about it, saying it out loud, I'm like, and they bringing Dexter back, by the way, if you didn't see that. Dexter's coming back on. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. I can't go behind the screen. Yes. So Dexter.
And that's supposed to pick up Dexter like 10 years after he...
Yeah, he's still in the cabin in Canada, so I can't wait. Can't wait. So that was my presentation got flipped around. So now here's Doom. There you go. We got Doom coming at you, and we had Drax. So like I said, Aquaman, Drax, Thanos on there from JFK. Thank you. He says Aquaman and Thanos versus Drax. LOL. Beautiful shot movie, but it's kind of a snooze fest. Yes, it's a little bit of it's a long one. It's almost 3 hours long.
What's the running time? Do you know the running time?
2.5 hours and 36 minutes. Or I said 2.5 hours. Wow, 2 hours and 36 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty long.
Yeah, it's pretty. But like I said, you got Zalanda, you got Jason Momoa, you got the guy who played Thanos. Can't think of his name. He was in Goonies. I can't think of his name right now. You got Dennis Villeneuve as the director. You got that guy there who's a very good actor. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that
Here's
guy.
this guy.
That guy right there. Him right there. He's like got Academy Award nominations up the wazoo. You know, he's just a really good actor. Just know that. He's that guy. He
Ooh,
played
look at that.
Apocalypse in Apocalypse, X-Men movie. That's the little spaceships that kind of look like dragonflies. They fly like dragonflies. Pretty dope. So this
That's
is
an interesting design.
right. So this is the planet. Like I said, it's a desert planet. It's been out since like October. But yeah. And so this is one of the villains. He's like there's Drax or there's Batista, and they're on the planet is a desert planet because of the spice. It's basically part of the sand in parts of the world, and so they harvest it, obviously, and contain it. But if you drink it, sniff it, you get these super crazy powers. Like my man Momoa, you see that little blue aura around them. You know, it makes them very powerful. They could see, like the kid here, the son of the king, which is the guy I said, that guy. He sees the future. He sees into the future. He sees things happening, and he sees things before they happen. He's like, and his mom and dad are like, "Wow, how did you?" Like, "Oh my God, he's doing it." You know, that's like his thing. And but also you got Jedi powers. Just imagine you could get some Tamarack, and then tell people, "Hey, go wash my clothes."
Can I tell you
fill
something
my
I didn't
car
like
up."
about that preview?
What's that?
Something I didn't like about that preview is
Josh Borland.
I don't,
There it is, Josh Borland. Thanos. Sorry.
I don't know if they who said it, but they said like the next Star Wars, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, they
is-
always say that about a movie.
Right. I didn't like that. Like, what are you trying to say about yourself? It's almost as if like let your film become its own thing. Don't try to tell me that you're the next big franchise. Become the
Right.
next big franchise.
Right.
I didn't like that part of the trailer. I did not like, but I think I will check out Dune.
Yeah, I mean that potentially could have been either one or two things. Either the writer director making sure when they do the commercial that ad, like you said, is doing that, or a critic said that in a magazine review, like the
Right.
like
But even if the
Variety.
critics said that, I don't know. I don't know. It feels like you're trying to get me to go there because of other movies instead of to get me to watch because of your movie.
Right, and that's a good marketing ploy. That's a marketing ploy where they reference this. Like I do it because I reference, like I'll say this game is like Marvel Avengers. You know, even the Guardians. So it's like, oh, people like that game, so
Yeah.
oh, it's like Halo. You know, like Halo Guardians, and people love that game, and they'll go get the Halo Infinite. And so if you do that in sales quotation marks, you get them on the hook. You get them on the hook, John. So we know that business, don't we? We know that very well. And that wraps us up. This is the
Yeah.
Halloween edition. Oh, hold on. We gotta go into costume one more time, John. Into full roll. For you that hadn't seen, I couldn't jack Michael Myers for my machete, so I jacked Kylo Ren for his lightsaber. I'm dodging bullets.
See, this is why you want to go to a Halloween party. 'Cause you get to play around like you're a kid.
Yeah,
Yes.
hey, if you didn't live in Madison, it's like we got invited to 2 parties this weekend.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, I would be like, if you live close, I'd be like, John, come on over. We're doing this. We're going to this house and this house. So as you read the graphic there, that's where you can follow us on social media, AG_Gamers Lounge, and myself, Ahman Green 30, all one word, at Twitter and Instagram, like it says. And we'll be back next week, and we'll have a guest. I remember the name now. Legendary Predator. That's his Dragon Ball. That's his gamer tag, and he's a Dragon Ball Z esports player. He is really good, and he's won a few. And he plays for the new game organization called Hive Esports out of New York City. They also have him. They have both a men and a women's Gears of War team, pro teams. So, and my good friend Carlos, who's a part of that management. So Hive Esports, you can follow him on Instagram at Hive Esports. I believe GG or something like that. If you type in Hive Esports, it's on there. So, John, have fun this weekend.
Yes.
All
Happy
right.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween. And then also, before we go, remember, follow us. Give us feedback and review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you download your podcast. Don't forget to do that. And if I find time, I'll come in the Discord. I'm gonna, make an announcement that I'll be streaming this weekend because I just got Halloween parties this weekend, so I could stream again. All right, and then in another month or two, I'll be, we'll be out of school. I'll have more time to stream. So I'll be back streaming again on more normal games. If you can hear me through the light saving going on right there. So I'll be back streaming again. I know Denai's like, come on back. But no, I got work, bro. My esports teams are doing pretty good. I'm excited for them. I'm happy for them. They're getting better and stronger as a team. So we have JFK says Jason versus Constantine. That is a character that Keanu Reeves has played as Constantine, and you're close to that, except for the hair. The hair is shorter in Constantine. Pooch says, have an awesome weekend. Thank you, you too, Pooch. Have a great weekend. JFK says, happy Halloween, and listen to the Apple Podcast if I missed it. Like he said he's going to listen to the podcast if he missed it, since he missed it live. So, yes, everybody have a happy Halloween. John, you have a happy Halloween, and I'll talk to you next week.
See ya.
Yeah.